Well, I just gabbed on and I wasn't even recording. So, I thought today that I would come to you guys at a perspective of sharing some educational books that, whether you're just starting out or you're continuing, these books can be very, very helpful. And I will also give other resources like podcasts um, and videos that have been. What is going on? Okay, we're still recording. All right, so uh, podcasts and videos that would be helpful to someone who is just starting out. So the one that I recommend that and is good for everyone, from beauty to special effects, anyone who's just starting out, beginner and advanced. This is a good book to have and to get for someone who is just has an interest, and that is called the Makeup Artist Handbook. And I've mentioned this in one of my videos before, just because it is a good all-around book. You have everything from special effects, lighting and how that affects makeup. You have color theory, foundations, technology. It goes over, like I said, lighting situations and how that affects makeup. You need to know that. But it's really, really good. It goes over both stage and film and covers a lot of really good things. You know, it covers some special effects stuff as well. So, and I will leave links to these all down below. But again, I highly recommend this for everyone, whether it be from the beauty world and special effects. This covers a lot of it. Okay. So, moving on to educational books that I think everyone should have, and I don't have mine because I lent it to a friend who is furthering their education, and that is on color theory. Color theory is so, so helpful. And I will put a picture of this book. It's called Color Theory for a Makeup Artist, Understanding Color and Light for Beauty and Special Effects by Katy Middleton. And no, that is not the princess. Okay, so I will put a picture of it right here. And it is so beneficial for a makeup artist to know color theory because problems can arise and it can be fixed by color theory. You can, if you know color theory, you don't have to have a foundation. You can mix a foundation by just having colors. So, and this helps a lot. So this helps a lot in different situations. It's something you can't get around. You're going to have to know color theory. So that is a really good book for color theory. And there is several videos already on YouTube by makeup artists that if you are a visual person, the book is good, but it's also nice to have a visual. And the book goes over a lot more than these videos that I'm going to recommend, but there is a video by makeup artist Robert Jones. He basically shows you how to take, and he'll literally show you, he'll have this big color wheel of eyeshadows, and he'll take different swatches of colors of paper and put those eyeshadows on them so that you can see, okay, this brings out this color and this, and so you can see what he's talking about when he says this cool tone, this warm tone, and this brings out that, and because it can get overwhelming, the color theory bit. So this is just a really good visual for most people to see, and it covers foundation and eyeshadow and skin tones. So I recommend watching that video as well as another YouTuber who's a makeup artist. So the next video that I want to share with you from a makeup artist called Angie D. Batista, and hopefully I pronounced that right. She goes over in depth issues that can arise. There's a part 1, part 2, but she has an amazing also video on color theory. So I highly recommend that you go and check that out. But color theory, it is a must for everybody. I can't say that enough. And again, these people already cover it so well. So this is why I recommend, as well as the color theory book. We are at Um, hmm, we already showed this one. So on to more theater books. So this is more theatrical, and for those of you that don't know, theater makeup is a little bit different. It's not applied the same way as beauty makeup, and it's not applied in the same way that special effects makeup is. Because you're on stage and you're dealing with a lot of lights and a lot of shadows, again, color theory, you apply makeup in different areas to bring and change the face to where it is noticeable. And you wouldn't wear makeup like this in everyday occasions. So the two books, the one that I really, really do like is by RoseMarie Swinfield. What a name, huh? And it is this stage makeup, and it's a step-by-step. So if you want to know how to do, and it does go over some special effects stuff. So period makeup, all right. This is useful for different theatrics, musicals, and operas. They go over, let's see if I can find a face chart here for you. Special effects going with cuts and stuff like that, and how to make it noticeable on the stage. So, period makeup, again, and it will show you different places to place the makeup where it normally wouldn't be, because everything's exaggerated. Probably the best example of this is the fisheye. If you've ever been in theater, you know exactly what I'm talking about, the fisheye. You outline the eye, you keep this open, and it literally looks like a fish with a little tail, and it brings out the eyes more. It makes them more noticeable. Whereas if you were to close it completely with a cat wing, you know, eyeliner, it would close off the eye. So you kind of do makeup a little bit different in theater. And then it also goes through aging makeup, colors that they use. So this is very, very good. And it takes you from the beginning to the end. So that's a good one for theater. Another good one I don't know if this one's still in print, but I'm going to mention it anyway, because even if you can't find it in print, I do know that some libraries do carry this book, and it is The Complete Makeup Artist, it says working in television and theater, but this I'd say is more of a good theater book. So looks like this. And I do want to mention, if these books are in like second or third edition, the covers will be different. So even if it says the same title, you look it up and it doesn't have the same cover, that would be why. So this has a lot of good tips. Let's see if we can find a good example here. Again, this covers a lot of period makeup, hair, facial hair, adding facial hair, you know, all sorts of, you know, there's fantasy and bald caps, how to apply a bald cap, and it gives you a list of things and some tips throughout the whole book. So this is a very good one for theater as well. And for special effects, there is quite a few good books. And I remember back in the day, special effects was really hard to even find a book. You know, there was only one college, and things have since grown. And for that reason is because makeup artists that have been doing special effects makeup for a long time are making these books so that they are readily available to people, because when they were starting out, there was almost zero information for them. So this is one that I absolutely love, and I have, what edition is this? So this is the newer edition, and this is the Special Effects Makeup Book for Stage and Screen by Todd Debreceni. And this has 3 versions right now, and this is an amazing book. You have someone that loves special effects, this covers a lot. And it does say for stage and for screen, so, and that is, fairly accurate. He goes over mold and casting and hair and aging, all of his knowledge. I mean, this is a wealth of information. It's one of my favorites. I have it in all the editions because I'm just that type of a person. So, aside from that, a really good way to stay up on top of things is, what's the other one too? The other special effects book that I would like to mention too, I almost forgot, is Grand Illusions, and there's 1 and 2, and then there's also different editions. And I'm not sure if just the one has different editions or whatever, but that is by Tom Savini. So those are some good special effects books. Okay, so for magazines, there are some good industry books, and I'll start with theater, and that is Stage Directions. And they go everything over, makeup, costumes, gear, insider secrets, and interviews about people in the industry. So if you're into theater, this is a good one. For more beauty makeup, there is Makeup Artist Magazine, and this has some special effects in it, like this is a special cover, whatever like that. However, this is more, we'll cover more IMATS, which is a trade show. Again, it's very few and far between that they do special effects stuff. They focus more on beauty. But they got brushes, what the pros use in their kits. They'll do interviews with people in the industry and stuff like that. So this is a very good one for anyone interested in being a makeup artist. This is a good one. And then if you're into special effects, Prosthetics Magazine is a really, really good one. And this will mainly just deal with special effects, whereas Makeup Magazine will have a little bit of everything in it. Occasionally we'll have some more exclusive special effects stuff, but it mainly is geared towards body painting and beauty makeup. Whereas Prosthetics there's always a feature of a special effects makeup artist that shows you their tools and how-tos. If I can flip the page here. They'll show you how to. Really, really cool. Really love this magazine. Again, it will go over RoseMarie. So it'll go over people that are in the industry, what they're doing, what they're working on, what they like to use, tricks that they use, but it will cover a lot. So this one too covers like stage stuff occasionally. So a lot of information in that. Also supplies and where to get them. So, and that is Prosthetics Magazine. So those are the magazines that I'd recommend in the industry for whichever one you'd like to do, theater, special effects, and beauty makeup. So on to podcasts. And podcasts are great because it's like they're sitting there in your room or living room or whatever and just, having a little conversation with each other. And another great reason why I say podcasts is these makeup artists make themselves readily available. So if you have a question, you can email them and they will respond and they will bring it up and say, hey, this is what worked, what didn't work. This is why this isn't working out for you. It is a good way to definitely gain a lot of knowledge. And one of my favorites is Battles of Bits of Rubber. And it's done by two guys that are special effects makeup artists that are in the industry. It's Stuart Bray and Todd Debreceni. Again, they go over everything. They interview tons of people that they've worked with. They do podcasts when they're at conventions and interview other makeup artists. They interview people that are specialists. They did one on contacts Because of course during Halloween everyone wants to buy the really cheap contacts, and that's just not a good idea. But they go over things that are concerned for in the industry, as well as if they screwed up on something, they'll tell you why. And they'll go over why it didn't work. Or if it's something that you did and you're saying, gosh, I can't seem to get this work, they'll work through that with you. So I definitely check that out. Another good one, and unfortunately they've been on hiatus for a little bit, but it is called Creature Geek. And it's another special effects one. And it is done by Frank Apolito and a friend of his, Len. And Len himself is not a makeup artist, but he really enjoys the whole aspect of it and always kind of asks some really great questions. They cover a lot as far as makeup artists. They do interviews, and he covers a lot of the business side as far as how do you get hired into a special effects shop, what to do, what not to do. Just a lot of stuff along that lines. So he shares his knowledge in the business end as well as just the industry in general. Okay, so on to beauty. There is the Makeup Artist Magazine. And again, it corresponds to the magazines that I just had mentioned, earlier. They interview people that are currently in the industry, not so much past, but again, it's more beauty based versus anything else. It's a good thing to catch up on and a good way to know people that are currently in the industry. Okay, so for another beauty one, this one is called Scandalous Beauty, and it is really, really good. This lady, Erin, she interviews everyone from special effects to anything that's current. So anything that is popular in the beauty industry, and everything from special effects, beauty, body painting, products, and the business end, all aspects of it. So it's a really, really good one to check out as well. So those are the podcasts that I'd recommend, and I'm sure there's probably more that I don't know about, but those are the ones that I recommend that you really can learn a lot from. And it's not just, ooh, place your makeup here and I like this, this is popular on here. And this really is more insider based, these podcasts that I'm giving you. So I hope you check them out and enjoy them. Let me know what you think about them. So leave a comment down below. All right, guys, so that's what I have for you this week, and I hope it's been helping you guys a little bit and maybe helps you out on finding out some stuff that you didn't know. And there's nothing wrong with furthering, your education on any of this. The more you know, the more impressive it is. I've had some people that come up to me that don't have a clue, don't know how to act, and don't know anything. And I've had the exact opposite, people who really have impressed me with the knowledge that they have, not just with like products, but in the industry and all that. And that definitely earns my respect. So hope you guys are doing well, wherever you are in the world, and have fun with some makeup. All right, guys, I'll talk to you later. Bye.